Is it
I wonder
possible
who.
that it's the same police officer today falsifying Mustapha's statements? Robert Drum? Okay. What if I show you a body cam?
And he's trying to cover it up. He tells you, when you tell him, I want to complain to the DOJ at the time.
What is that going to do?
He says, what is the complaint going to do?
What is the complaint going to do?
You tell him, I want to complain to the police department. I don't think the chief of police is okay with a 20-year crash investigator in the force falsifying someone's statements or falsifying a warrant. And he tells you, this
what is that going to do?
This is your own lawyer telling you, what is a complaint going to do?
What do you mean? I have a body cam.
Well,
I have a body cam where
what's the point of internal affairs if there's no point to a complaint?
I have a body cam where he's telling Robert Drum and he's telling everybody that's there, including the independent expert, he says, all the stuff that you hear about defense attorney against the police or working against the police, no, they're all friends and they all work together. What are you talking about?
This is Casey Stevens.
This is Casey Stevens on a body cam. And this is the same defense attorney that we're giving him an audio that this investigator falsified Mustapha's statement. You're looking at a report with Mustapha's statement falsified. You have an audio, and then on a body cam behind closed doors, you're telling him, hey, by the way, it's all fake. We do work together.
I mean, that's crazy.
And then on another section in the body cam, they're joking about, he's like, do you want water? And he's like, no, I'll take a beer. I'm sure you'll take a beer.
I'm sure
you're a drunk. In 2016, you crashed a vehicle with this officer, and now you're laughing it off. This is the same officer that got you off the hook. I mean, you crash a vehicle. You crash a vehicle. Yeah, airdrop to me. You crash a vehicle. You're drunk. It's a DUI. You fled the scene, and you only get 90 days suspended. What are you talking about? I mean, he did you a favor, and today you're doing him a favor in the Mustapha Aljarzi case.
I want to ask anybody in Prince William County or anywhere in Virginia.
Oh, this is beautiful, by the way.
If you crash your car while drunk, okay, if you crash your car while drunk, you cause over $500 worth of damage, and you flee the scene, and then you get caught. I would like to know if you got no days in jail, you kept your license, and nothing happened to you. Anybody that got a DUI, crashing a car, and fleeing the scene, which I believe are all 3 felonies, okay? He got 0 days in jail. 0. Okay? Not even a slap on the wrist.
90 days suspended.
90 days suspended. Anybody out there, okay, if you got a DUI, ask yourself the question, do you think you will get away with it? Do you think you'll get no jail time?
But here,
drinking and driving.
We're talking about Casey Stevens, who used to be a prosecutor in this county.
I mean, drinking and driving, crashing your car, and fleeing the scene. This is what Amy Ashworth loved to have in this community. This is what she protects.
And today, he's doing the county a favor by protecting the investigator who falsified Mustapha's statements. And we're going to watch a body cam where you don't have to sit here and take my word for it. We're going to go through a detailed body cam where it shows that this defense attorney is protecting the police officer that falsified Mustapha's statements. Mohammed, do me a favor. Go over to exhibits.
I'm going to send you this really quick. I mean, while we're on the topic.
Okay. You know, I find it really interesting that prosecutor Sarah Sammy is telling Brad Haywood, and she's telling him that he's placating. What did Brad Haywood say? He's placating to the podcast.
That's what she said.
He's doing pretty much whatever I want done in this case. Well, prosecutor Sarah Sammy, not only that Brad Haywood is doing exactly what I want, Judge Weimer is so angry that you've been lying to him for the past 2.5 years that Judge Weimer is doing exactly what I want. On Tuesday, I got everything I wanted. I got the SD card to be inspected by the independent experts. I got the vehicle to be inspected. And a motion is going through, a Brady motion. That's an interesting motion. A Brady motion that prosecutor Sarah Sammy said she doesn't want to be there for.
I'll be right back. Let me just grab my other phone.
Judge Weimer is moving a motion forward. Mustafa's defense attorney is moving a motion forward, a Brady violation. You have Officer Robert Drum, who falsified Mustafa's statement. You have Chad Mason, who cut and muted Mustafa's dash camera. You have Investigator Davis, who tampered with witnesses, is sitting there coaching witnesses to saying what to say in the Mustapha Aljarzi case. I mean, at one point, Investigator Davis tells one of the individuals who's pretending to be a witness, just happened on a body cam, says, I was never there. We need you. We need to get Mustapha off the street. We need you. And we have that body cam. Investigator Davis is heard on a body cam to tell another police officer, I have an idea to employ into this case, but it's going to require spending money. They're pumping money into this case. I have that body cam. Investigator Romero weaponized the children. Mustafa's girlfriend has a 9, a 10, a 14. Investigator Romero weaponized the children, lied to the children about Mustapha, and then walked them into a forensic interview. That's child abuse. I mean, at one point, one of the children, Javen, the 14-year-old, says that the investigator told him that Mustapha ran away, fled the scene, left his 5-year-old baby sister to bleed to death. And if Mustapha didn't run away, they could have saved her. Mustapha was in a coma. Mustapha was helicoptered to the hospital. Why would Investigator Romero lie to these children and then walk them into a forensic interview? Can you imagine if I didn't have the Google Nest videos inside the apartment? This prosecutor is so terrified that there is a Google Nest video inside the apartment. 2.5 years, and they're pretending that there is no Google Nest videos inside the apartment as if it doesn't exist. The day of the accident, the day before, and the day before. It shows it's a beautiful relationship. We have the Google Nest videos that shows the children love Mustapha. His girlfriend loved Mustapha. It's a beautiful relationship that's going to be introduced into the record. So, Prosecutor Sarah Sammy, if you think that Mustafa's defense attorney, Brad Haywood, is doing everything I want to get done in this case, I'm here to tell you that Judge Weimer is at a point. And, I'll tell you, it's not that Judge Weimer all of a sudden became honest in this case. No. I have a giant platform. I have the file that you've sealed for the past 2.5 years. I'm releasing it on the internet. Every body cam, every document. This judge, to save face, he can't protect you anymore. That he sat on Tuesday. He looked me right in the eye, and then he says the vehicles are going to be inspected. Not the vehicle, the vehicles. What am I saying on a podcast for the past 2.5 years? I'm telling this community that Mustapha, the Suburban, was not inspected. Mustapha's vehicle was not inspected. That on a body cam, I have a section where the prosecutor and investigator Robert Drum tells the independent experts, you can't look at the Suburban. I mean, and take it further, you have investigator Robert Drum goes to his lieutenant, and he tells his lieutenant, there is no evidentiary value in inspecting the Suburban. How? How does that make any sense? And his lieutenant, Sean Peake, is asking him, is the independent expert on board? On board to do what exactly? And then you find out that what they're doing here is they're telling the independent expert, you're not touching none of the vehicles. What are you talking about? How are you supposed to reconstruct a vehicle accident if you can't touch the vehicles? I have that on a body cam. No wonder Judge Weimer is so angry, because this prosecutor had one job. He let her seal the case. But here we are. The file is all over the internet. And once this whole file is all over the internet, this judge can no longer protect the prosecutor. That in court, he's looking at her and he's angry. And he's doing exactly what I want. So when I get on a podcast, I can tell this community that this judge is moving this motion forward. So Prosecutor Sarah Sammy, if you're going to get anything out of this podcast, and I don't know if this is getting through your ears. I mean, you're telling Mustapha's defense attorney that he's doing everything I want. Judge Weimer is so angry at you because you've been lying to him for 2.5 years. Now you want to go and get the SD cards? Now you want to hire an independent expert? Where were you for 2.5 years? Didn't you go and get a lip reader? You've got your independent expert talking about your independent. You went and got a lip reader when digital forensic Kathy Zymus is telling you there is audio, but I guess those files were sealed. This community doesn't know what Kathy Zymus is talking about. The document that's in the case file, that this dash camera does have audio. That in court, behind closed doors, what they're telling Judge Weimer is that this dash camera does have audio. Then why did you get a lip reader? And today, 2.5 years later, when you find out that Mustapha's defense attorney is honest enough to push back and get the metadata and download this SD card, all of a sudden, you have an independent expert that's going to download the files. You want to save face and you want to say, well, I was only going off of my police officers, but now that I have an independent expert that looked at the SD card, here we are, we have an audio. Oops, Mustapha is innocent. There is no argument inside the vehicle. I was only going off of my police department, so you're going to throw the police department under the bus. We're going to take a 10-minute break. When we come back, me and my co-host, we're going to go through a specific body cam where the independent expert is attempting to inspect Mustapha's vehicle and is blocked by the police officer that falsified Mustapha's statement and is blocked by the prosecutor, Christian Mallet, that's on scene, and is blocked by Prosecutor Sarah Sammy. Investigator Robert Drum tells the independent experts, you are not allowed to inspect and touch the vehicles. Prosecutor Sarah Sammy said so. So we're going to go in details on that body cam. And if Brad Haywood is going to take anything away from this podcast, we absolutely will not have that company, that independent experts, reconstruct Mustapha's vehicle. That company, that independent expert, is compromised. Clearly, on a body cam, he worked with the police.